Like and subscribe, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. In a world where cameras are adored, it's normal to capture anything and everything, even the ones that we're not supposed to. From a nun dancing with what seems like a skeleton to a short-eared dog scavenging a carcass, prepare to be taken aback by the most unheard of events in the woods. Here are things trail cam captures that we weren't supposed to see. Number 14. Nun dancing with the devil. Yeah, you heard that right. In a disconcerting encounter, a woman dressed as a nun was spotted dancing with a skeleton next to the historic Hull General Cemetery in England. This eerie scene was captured by a passenger in a car driving close to the cemetery. You'd agree it's quite disturbing, especially when a nun's involved. The scene was drawing a lot of attention, as seen by the number of onlookers who stopped their cars to observe. The fact that this occurred on the busy road leading into Hull before noon gave the story an even more ghostly feel. Some speculated that the nun's dance might have been captured as part of a stunt, joke, or artistic endeavor. Because who engages in an act that could be considered quite sacrilegious at noon? Number 13. Oh dear. Of all the strange deer encounters that have been captured on trail cameras, nothing quite tops this one from a whitetail hunter from Illinois. I believe nobody's seen anything like it before. I mean, look at that wound. This deer, or should we call it a zombie deer, literally has half of its body scooped out. Theories on how it got that injury have included everything from broad heads and bullets to barbed-wired fences and flesh-eating bugs. However, it may likely have been gripped by a combine while crouching down in a cornfield that was being harvested. What do you think? How was this buck injured so severely? Number 12. Curious lions. They say curiosity killed the cat. In this case, however, the casualty wouldn't have been these huge cats. This unnerving footage shows curious lions that would have little trouble ripping camper tents to pieces, roaming around the campsite. When all that stands between you and the king of the jungle is a thin piece of fabric, it begs the question of why tents would be seen to be a suitable shelter in lion territory. Very unpleasant situation. Here's a reminder to all camp lovers to take precautions next time you go camping in an area where wildcats are common. Make sure that nothing at your campsite or in the tent can attract wildlife. That includes food or anything with a strong scent. Or you might end up being Simba's next meal. Number 11. Audacious raccoons. One of the rudest animals in the forest could be a raccoon. Who knew they were also fearless? As you can see in the footage, raccoons can put a deer through a great deal of stress. This buck considered himself the animal in charge of the area, but the pesky raccoons weren't in any way threatened, as they kept going to the site to try to get some food. The pestering was so much that this deer had to pee to leave his distinctive scent mark on this territory. How exhausting it must have been for this deer to outmaneuver a pack of raccoons that are only interested in his food. He's clearly over it. Number 10. The Jersey Devil. Here comes the devil. According to folklore, the southern New Jersey pine barrens are home to the Jersey Devil. The creature is characterized as a bipedal bird with wings, horns, and a head that resembles a goat. It's frequently connected to annihilation and death and is reported to emit a nightmarish shrieking noise. Trust me, you wouldn't want to bump into this creature. One of the earliest accounts of sightings was made in 1812 by Joseph Bonaparte, Napoleon's elder brother, who claimed to have been out hunting when he encountered the Jersey Devil. In January 1909, there were approximately 1,000 accounts from eyewitnesses in South Jersey claiming to have seen it. One of the most bizarre reports of the Jersey Devil encounter occurred in 1927, when a taxi driver in Salem City, Massachusetts, claimed to have come across it while changing a tire. The winged creature was supposedly banging on the cab's roof. Did this winged monster need a ride or something? Number 9. Unbearable. A la-di-da scene of a group of mountain bikers cycling downtown turned into something else when a bear decided to join them. La-di-da bear. The video begins with some lovely surroundings and high speeds, as is typical with action sports. Running through the woodland, the bear emerges from the right side. The footage shows the bear hard on the heels of the leading cyclist. Spare me the agony. Thankfully, though, it was ascertained that the biker ended up safe and uninjured. However, of course, slightly shaken. Number 8. Mysterious floating balls of light. Dust and reflective particles are also captured on camera, especially at night. I mean, you generally ignore these relatively teeny-tiny sized particles. In a video taken by a home security camera meant to capture any local wildlife that might invade property, a line of brightly illuminated orbs can be seen drifting over a Maryland home's backyard. These orbs in Maryland occasionally enlarged and moved strangely while their links expanded farther away. The homeowner had never witnessed anything like this before and was kind of ruffled. I bet you are too. Could this be a code for an alien invasion? Number 7. Know-It Owl, a hunter. I can tell you for sure, this know-it-all owl isn't to be joked with. Bringing an expert hunter on the ground deserves an award. Amazing footage captured by this trail camera shows a large great-horned owl hunting a cottontail rabbit. Instead of going at it with its beak, it applies pressure using its talons and manages to quietly take out its prey. The owl dealt with its meal and later left the site. But things don't end there, as we see a game of wits. The video shows a coyote arriving at the scene at sunrise the next day. Later, another coyote joins and they feast. A deer then comes to the scene, followed by a skunk, a cat, and a raccoon in intervals. The circle of life continued for 24 hours until the carcass was completely over. Interesting, huh? For those who don't know, the great horned owl is a large owl that's native to the Americas. Although moles, rats, and mice are its favorite prey, it'll pursue any animal it can capture, even rodents. As you've seen, it can effortlessly carry prey, weighing more than 3 times its body weight. Number 6. Zombies, anyone? How about a night walk into the woods? A trail camera in the woods of Lunenburg County in Virginia caught this zombie-like creature. It seems the Walking Dead don't mind living in the wild, pun intended. I don't know about you, but if there was ever a time I wouldn't be interested in exploring the woods, it's right about now. Number 5. Hibernation. Did you know that a bear might decide that the ideal location for shelter during the upcoming cold months could be your house? Wild bears typically search for natural dens in rocky nooks, behind downed logs or hollow trees, or dig into the root system of trees. But in the Tahoe Basin, things are grisly. A lot of houses and other buildings might take the place of these natural dens. As puzzling as it may look, this trail cam video shows a black bear squeezing its humongous body out of a 14 by 14 inch crawl space entrance. The thought of what might happen is enough to make you crap your pants. Number 4. The Flying Red Riding Hood. Don't you love mystery? Caught on camera accidentally by a dog walker is a little girl that appears to be levitating. In this video, the man is chasing his pet dog, Tarzan.
Tarzan искал ко мне!
When he comes across a clearing where a girl wearing a red coat appears to be flying over someone else's head. As he zooms in to record the scene, his dog begins to bark.
Tarzan, тихо, тихо, Tarzan.
When you get a closer look, you can see the floating child's breath flowing through the cold air. The passerby is so startled by the child's actions that he even drops his phone. Nothing sounds better than home time. What do you think this is? A hoax? Hopefully. Number 3. Humanoid on the loose. In the Jharkhand region in eastern India, a mysterious humanoid was seen wandering across a bridge at night. Even though the figure captured in the video is seen simply meandering along the road at night, if you watch the footage keenly, you'll see that it doesn't resemble a typical person. Its torso is absurdly thin, its skin starkly white, and its arms and legs are long and wiry. What do you think the bikers that took this video were discussing? Whatever the case, this video is very unsettling. Do you think aliens exist? Let us know in the comment section below. Number 2. Amazon's Short-Eared Dog. A biologist was pleasantly surprised with footage of this elusive short-eared dog scavenging on a carcass after placing a camera trap close to a dead armadillo, hoping to catch vultures on sight. With a stocky build, short legs, and long body, only the size of a fox, the short-eared dog is a very rare canid native to the Amazon basin. They have an extraordinary sense of smell and can instantly identify any objects that could be emitting human odor. This is probably why it wasn't long before the dog likely noticed the nearby GoPro camera and quietly fled. Number 1. Wendigo. This is as creepy as it gets. The Wendigo is a creature from North American Indian mythology. It's said to be an evil spirit that dwells in the world's coldest climates and feeds on human flesh. Yikes! The Wendigo is described as a tall, lean beast with long, pointed claws and teeth. It's believed to have a face that's a cross between a person and a deer. Did that send a chill down your spine? Well, the story goes that the Wendigo was once a lost hunter whose overwhelming hunger drove him to cannibalism. After eating another human's flesh, he morphed into a wild man-beast roaming the forest in search of humans to eat. In the 20th century, the indigenous tribes blamed many unsolved disappearances of people on this creature. I bet you've had enough of this craziness. For these and more absurd discoveries, you know where to find us. Until next time, adios.